Rep the Southside whenever you pay with your White Sox debit card from Wintrust Community Banks and score perks like free ATMs, no monthly fees, and a $300 opening bonus. Pay with pride every time with Wintrust, Chicago's bank.
Hey everybody, it's Chuck Garfien. Welcome to the White Sox Podcast. It is brought to you as always by Wintrust, Chicago's bank. Show your team pride with the White Sox debit card. Get yours at wintrust.com/Sox. Member FDIC, EHL lender. Okay, today on the podcast, this is a great conversation with two White Sox rookies who represent a big part of their future. I'm talking Colson Montgomery and 𝗪𝗪ce Meidroth. These guys are not just teammates, they are not just infielders, they are close friends. They have a bond with each other that really will be revealed here on the podcast. And they talk about their relationship with each other, how they push each other, how they compete with each other to try to beat the competition. And you're going to learn a lot about them, like the toughest pitcher they've faced so far, their favorite moment so far in the major leagues, who's more intense, who's funnier, the better dresser, a word to describe the rookie seasons, what it means to represent the South Side, and 5 years from now, what they hope people will say about them as White Sox players. And we've seen Sergio Santos deliver the news to these guys that they were being called up to the major leagues. I'm going to play for them video of the day when Sergio Santos was told that he was coming to the major leagues. It was a message sent to him by Kenny Williams and 𝗦𝗫ce 𝗰𝗶𝗹. So it's all that and more coming up with Colson Montgomery and 𝗪𝗪ce Meidroth together on the White Sox Podcast. Here we go. All right, Colson Montgomery, 𝗪𝗪ce Meidroth. I have some hard-hitting questions for you. I also have some softballs. What do you want first?
Do the hard-hitting ones first.
Hard-hitting ones?
Why not?
Okay, hard-hitting questions. You guys are rookies, you're infielders. How much are you leaning on each other together, being teammates and being rookies at the same time?
Yeah, I mean, I played against him last year a little bit too, so I think that's cool that coming into spring training, I see him and I knew I played against him, and then also kind of built a pretty good friendship too. I mean, we both know we kind of play the same position, but then also we can move all over the place, so I don't know. I mean, I just think us just being boys kind of makes things easier.
Are you leaning on him? How's it working, 𝗪𝗪ce?
Yeah, we both like play the same spot. It's been great. Like working with each other and every day, like when we show up, we kind of go through our days similarly, and we hit together pretty much every day. We go through our hitting routines together ever since Colson got up here. So it's been great, like leaning on him and him like talking to me and kind of talking through the game together and kind of learning it together.
Are you pushing each other?
Yeah.
How are you pushing each other?
Just, I think the biggest thing is staying locked in and competing every pitch and not getting caught up in the result. Is more of just owning your process, and no matter what the day holds, we're making sure we're doing our recovery, we're doing everything, and kind of leaning into that process together and maneuvering this whole experience.
Yeah, I mean, I would agree. I think we kind of hold each other accountable with the. You want results and things like that, but I mean, if you just stick with your process and kind of what we've been doing with our cage routines and things like that, we kind of slows the game down for a little bit, both of us, and we kind of just recap the day. And it's like you're never as good as what you think you are, you're never as bad as what you think you are. So I think we keep each other humble too and level-headed, and I feel like you need guys like that.
Have you had any rookie moments, like being late for a bus or being called out for doing something wrong on or off the field?
No. I mean, we're pretty much go to the same places at the same time, so we're usually never late. I don't think I have had one yet, and I'm just going to keep trying to make it where I don't have one and get yelled at or anything.
How about you, 𝗪𝗪ce? You've been here a little longer.
No, I just try to be as early as possible. That's always kind of, if lunch is at 1, try to get here at 12.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're playing shortstop, you're playing third base, you played some second, obviously, too. Who's chatting the most? Who talks the most on the field between the two of you?
I think we both talk pretty much similar amount. You know, I don't really like to just stand there and not really say much, you know, because I just feel like you kind of get a little, I don't know, you might just don't feel as free and as loose, you know. If you're just sitting there chit-chatting about whatever, then it kind of keeps you in the moment, and I don't know, I feel like we do that a lot.
Yeah, I think, I mean, I try to keep the game as loose as possible, so I think we do a good job kind of just going back and forth with each other and you know, telling jokes or talking to each other. So
hey, we got a swear word on the pod. I love it.
I keep it real.
I know, keep it real as possible. I want raw, unplugged stuff. How competitive are you guys with each other?
I mean, yeah, I mean, it's like, you know, if you want to play at the top of the game, you have to be as competitive as anybody, you know, because it's like you step out on the field and the pitcher doesn't care what you're going through for that day, you know. It's like it's all business and you got to do what you got to do. And, I mean, like I said, me and him, we keep it real with each other.
How do you keep it real with each other?
Like just holding each other accountable with certain things, like with staying on our routines, and also the whole, you know, the process-oriented things and not really focusing much on results and things like that. It's just keeping each other accountable with the little things so they don't become big things.
Okay, what part of Chase's game do you wish you had? Here come the real tough questions. Chase is waiting anxiously for your answer.
No. I don't know. I think I would take some of his strike zone discipline. I think I have pretty good discipline, but I think his is elite. So I think I would take some of that and some of his contact. So.
What do you think about that, Chase? Nice little compliment.
Yeah, thanks.
Okay, that's all we're getting out of you. How about Colson? What do you want from Colson? I think I know the answer, but I don't know exactly, so I want to hear it from you.
His power.
There it is. There it is.
Oh, yeah.
All right, the power. This is interesting because in spring training, you both were competing for a spot on the roster, shortstop job. You go in the minor leagues. You start in the minor leagues. You were struggling. You had to come back. You guys were you guys watching each other and communicating with each other as the ups and downs were going for both of you in the minor leagues and the major leagues?
Yeah, throughout all spring, we pretty much talked the entire time. I mean, we shared the same field, the same spot for most of the time, so it was great kind of, you know, working on things. And I think we've always kind of like, you know, it's good to compete against each other because then, you know, you compete and you compete in everything in baseball. You know, you compete off the field, in the weight room, and in the routines and all that. And then once you get on the field, I feel like it kind of takes care of itself because then you step on the field and now you're competing with each other. And it's just like it becomes like a cool like bonding like experience, and I think a lot of really good players have that, you know, that kind of person on their team, or at, you know, really good teams they all do it. So it's great. So I think it's been great, you know, leaning on him. But yeah, it's been fun going through the ups and downs, and you know, I know Colson had his down early in the year, and I was there for a lot of it. So we would, you know, talk through the game, talk about the game a lot, and then, you know, I went through it a little bit at one point in this year. So. And even though Colson was in Charlotte for a little bit of it, I mean, I still talked to him almost like every night, where it was like, stay the process, stay the course, and keep going. Like, you know, there's a lot of learning curves in this game, and you just keep going, and a lot of the great ones keep going. So
yeah, what did that mean? Hearing that from Chase, with at that point was here, and you were trying to get here.
Yeah. You know, I mean, when he got called up, we were in Jacksonville. You know, I was happy as hell for him and everything. And then, yeah, I went through my little ups and downs, I guess you could say, at the beginning of the year. But, I mean, it's kind of like what he said. We just kept saying you got to just stay consistent. And at the end of the day, like, just play the game to win, you know. And I feel like that's what's made it such an easy transition up here, being with some of the guys that I played with in AAA. And you can just tell that's just what they want to do. They want to compete, they want to have fun, and they want to win. And I think being around guys like that just makes it easy to play for. And, you know, we got our pitchers who pitch their butts off every single night, too. So, I mean, just playing with guys and for guys that want to win, it's just easy to buy in, you know, because you can't get mad at somebody for wanting to win so much, you know. So, I mean, beginning of the year, you know, you go through all those things and like that. But, I mean, I feel like if I didn't go through any of that stuff, I wouldn't be where I am today with a lot of things. You know, I mean, I credit a lot to Chase and some of our coaching staff, too, of just, you know, just evaluate the game in a different way of just trying to stay consistent and try and be as competitive as you can, because, you know, it's so results and processed. You know, you can do so much about if you get hits or things like that. But it's like what he always says too. Like if we win, you did something right. So.
Sergio Santos was in the room when he called or gave you the information, the message that you guys were getting called up. I want to play something for both of you, because once upon a time, Sergio Santos was called up to the major leagues.
Yeah.
He was at spring training, I believe it was 2010, 2011, with the White Sox. He's in a room with 𝗁𝗏 𝗵𝗶𝗹. Yes, with 𝗁𝗏 𝗵𝗶𝗹 and Kenny Williams. I want you to play this and watch this. Just hit play. I think you'll be able to hear it.
But on the flip side, there's nothing quite like watching the face of a young man who finds out he made the team, especially when he didn't expect to.
Did I see any fear? No. That's not what I saw?
No. You know, my dad has always instilled in me and my brothers that never to be afraid of anything, because there's nothing to be afraid of.
You should probably call your dad and thank him for instilling that, because that's probably the greatest thing that he could have done for you. So you should call your dad and tell him to meet you in Chicago, because you're going to be pitching for the White Sox.
Just trying to hold it.
Hello? Hey, Bob. We finally did it.
Pretty good, huh?
Yeah.
Pretty good. You earned it. You earned it, man. Feel good. It's okay. It's good. It's emotions of joy.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's just a long time coming. I love you. Bye. I mean, it's not just for me, it's for a lot of people, so.
Water, why you cry here? Don't make me cry in June. Good. Good job. All right. We move next up, baby.
You can relate to that, right?
Yeah. We both can relate to that feeling. It just feels like there's a lot of weight kind of off your shoulders, and you know, it's definitely one of the happiest moments I've had in a really long time. So I wouldn't say. I mean, I've had a lot of happy moments and everything, but it's just like everything you strive for and everything you work for, and you just think about your family and everything they've done to get you to where you were, and it's a great feeling.
Yeah, no, I couldn't have had a better person to tell me that, you know, that I was going to the big leagues too. Sergio's one of the best dudes and coaches I've played for, so.
Now that you've been here, are you getting a feeling for what it means to rep the Southside, especially after the Cubs Sox series? Like, this is not just a baseball team, this is a uniform, this is a culture, this is a city, this is a fan base.
Yeah, I mean, you can definitely tell how much the fans want to win too. It's like, I don't want to bring this up, but like, you look up and there's people fighting in the stands, you know, it's just, they're so passionate about their teams, and I mean, I think that's really cool to play for fans like that. I don't know, it was definitely a special series too, so I mean, we didn't get the series win or anything like that, but I mean, I think we showed a lot of fight, and we came back and we, you know, tried to get a win at the end there, but I don't know, I think it was really special, and I'm happy to play for fans in Chicago.
Yeah, I think, you know, you're on the player side now, and you show up every day and you're not playing for yourself, you're playing for each other, you're playing for so much more. You're playing for a city, you're playing for this fan base, and you're playing for a family of Chicago White Sox. So it's you know, the people that played before us. So it means a lot more than just yourself. So you know, you gotta be ready to play every day, and so I pride myself on playing every single day and giving it my all, because I remember being in those bleachers once watching, you know, my teams growing up, and I was, you know, I was ride or die, and yeah, I would boo them when they were bad, and I would cheer them when they did good, and that's just all a part of it. And so, you know, you got to just show up and compete for this family of the Chicago White Sox.
All right, I'm going to wrap it up with rapid fire questions. Toughest pitcher you have faced?
Probably 𝗵𝗏𝗃.
That's a tough one.
𝗗𝗵𝗶𝗹.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's a tough one too. Favorite moment so far?
Probably him on this. I need to think. I would say probably my first win against the Cubs.
First swing was a home run?
Home run, yeah. So that was probably one of my favorite moments, is the first win against the Cubs.
And you followed Chase, who homered to lead off the game. How special was that for both of you guys?
It was sick. I mean, he set the tone, you know. So when you have a leadoff hitter that can set the tone like that, it just fires us all up. I mean, it set the tone for the rest of the night and couldn't be stopped for the rest of the night.
Favorite moment for you, Chase?
I'd say that Friday game against the Cubs where, you know, our bats were hot, Hauser threw well, and it was a lot of let's go White Sox in the stands.
Who's more intense on the field between you two?
I don't really know.
We have our moments.
Yeah. I think there's a time and place where we both are more intense than each other, but I would say for the most part we're pretty just chill and relaxed the rest of the day.
Who's funnier?
What?
Who's got a better sense of humor?
Me.
You think? I think I'm pretty funny too.
I'll call that a tie.
Yeah.
Who's the better dresser?
Colson.
Colson's the better dresser.
Yeah.
You freely admit that.
I have like 2 pairs of pants that I switch off between and a few pairs of shirts. Like I don't have that much.
I've been getting a little more into.
Colson, he's got some nice shoes.
Oh, you've actually asked me a couple things that I've been wearing. Yes.
I respect great, you know, styles and things like that. So I'm open to whatever. And if I like a shirt, I'm going to ask where it was from, and I'll probably buy it.
Okay. And Chase just wears 2 pairs of pants.
Yeah.
2 more questions. Word to describe your rookie season so far. Or 2 words.
Ooh. Do you know?
Oh, they're stumped. Chase is just waiting for you. Oh, you got it.
I would say a grind.
Grind.
I would agree.
And why a grind?
I don't know. You know, it's the first year, and you know, obviously there's been some failures this year and stuff, and a lot of you know, close games that we've dropped, and not as many games that we'd like to have won that, you know, we haven't, and also, you know, ways that I can also like help this club and you know, going through failures and the downs of baseball, and so yeah, it's just, you know, being consistent and keep showing up and keep going, and just, you know, knowing that, you know, it's gonna come together. And you know, the last week has been great, and, you know, winning a few games in here and looking to keep it going. But yeah, the first half, you know, it's definitely, you know, been a grind, and you know, you're playing through the rain, and you're playing through, you know, a lot of different weather and rain delays, and but you know, you just keep going and keep competing.
I'd agree.
Grind. And finally, 5 years, 10 years from now, what do you want people to be able to say about you two as White Sox players?
I mean, I would just want them to be able to say that we just left it out on the field every single night, and you could just tell that we competed our butts off and we did whatever we could to help the team to win that night, you know, because you can look, you see it's 100 and however many games we play in a year, but really all that matters is the night you play, you know. So I feel like if you just keep doing that, I mean, you'll start stacking wins, and I just want the fans to just see that we play our butts off for them and for this team, and we just want to make them proud.
You know, in 10 years, I obviously want to win a few World Series for this town and this city, and you know, everyone here, and I think that would be obviously, you know, the dream. But controllably, I want to be able to say that I left my heart and my body on that field, and yeah, that I gave everything I had for everyone sitting here and this entire White Sox family.
Well, I'm looking forward to 5-10 years down the road and see where you guys are at. You're off to a great start. It's been so fun watching you play. You guys bring an energy and a passion for the game that this fan base loves, and you're off to a great start. Keep it up.
Appreciate it.
All right, thanks for doing this.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. All right, Chase Meidroth, Colson Montgomery here on the White Sox Podcast. 𝗏𝗏 Harrelson, take it away.
All right, Chuck, this edition of the White Sox Podcast is over.